Englewood, the story about a man who witnesses a calamity right before him, now donned to cape and cowl to combat the nefarious gangs who profit from the current social order of things in this battlefield they call home. To read the beginning of this journey should be a moment not forgotten, so let's get started. Now I know what you're thinking. Man having a tragic past, now shaped into a crime-fighting superhero? Now that may seem like an old story, but I like to think that old stories are like old friends. You've gotta visit them once in a while, and before you know it, they're completely new people. So now that we got that out of the way, we first see these goons travel up the stairway and check out to see what happened to the previous set of guys they've sent in. Now they heard about him before, but now they see the scene of Englewood in all his glory, and almost sheer divine terror. You could tell because there's a lightning strike right behind him, and the cross on his cape. Now he was just done dispatching a previous set of goons and is ready for more. It was fun to see two of them try and get back downstairs until one of them calls him out on it. Now they all get the bright idea of trying to rush him, but that doesn't end well for them. As soon as he's done, he ends up confronting the big man downstairs. Named Terry Titan Travers, way to go with the alliteration, Mika, has his current occupation be Consigliere of the Prophet Street Gang. Consigliere, that's a fancy title for a man who conducts his business with a sledgehammer. Now before they go at it, Terry questions what the Saint thinks he's doing. He can't fight all the gangs, but the Saint is determined, and tells about the constant cycle going on in Englewood. So Terry reprises and says he's not the first to fight the gangs, and asks if he plans on fighting them all. Pretty cool back and forth. Fight's pretty tough, but with some improv on the fly and some finishing moves, the Saint ends up getting the upper hand. As soon as he exits out, we finally get to see the story of Elijah Wallace and his fighting career. Now we jump to see these skylines and see Elijah in a podcast room giving us an introduction of himself and letting us know how he used to be an MMA champ and how well he delivered in the ring. After a tough fight he had while dealing with a gruesome injury, and some personal self-reflection from what he was doing with his life to that point, deciding he had his fill, he handed over his belt and retired back to his home city in Chicago. Helping out his dad and opening a gym, wanting to give back to the community. We see him training his various students, wanting to instill in them a virtuous lifestyle. Well, until Carlos finally enters. After causing a ruckus in his gym, Elijah challenges him for a round of the ring, and it goes as well as you'd expect. Later that day in the gym, we see Elijah in a bit of a father-son training session for everyone, saying hi and giving advice, you know, pillar of the community kind of stuff. Well, until Carlos shows back up with friends. Elijah sees it, and disaster strikes. A calamity wrought before him. And so we see what seems to be an abrupt end to his current life, and a hero is born in blood. Hey guys, I just thought I'd give an unscripted addendum to the video right here. And so, yeah, this would be the first crowdfunded comic book I ever backed. And so far, I'm not disappointed. I'm really looking forward to what Mika and Hatman have brought forward, and I'm going to be looking forward more to the future of comics they'll contribute to. So, that's all from me, and I hope to hear all from you again soon. Peace.